I have one of our inspiring customers, Red Boffman from National Speakers Association here with me today. NSA was one of the first organizations to actually put on a hybrid event in 2029 using Socio. Welcome, Red. Thanks for joining today.
Hey, Yarkin. Thanks so much. Great to be here.
Awesome. So why don't you tell us a little bit about National Speakers Association and its mission?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're fondly referred to as NSA, the ones who speak, not listen. And we are dedicated to helping professional speakers be better speakers and build better businesses.
That's awesome. And one of the ways you do that is through the fantastic events that you hold, right, for your membership. Can you tell me a little bit more about that, those events that you guys are holding? What are the goals that you have for those?
Yeah, with all of our events, our main goals are education and connections. And so we were planning Winter Conference long before the pandemic with a theme of diversifying revenue streams, expanding beyond the keynote. And that became increasingly more relevant as our members watched their calendars completely dry up as events all over the world begin to cancel. And so we felt a real responsibility to show our members what was possible through hybrid events. And we were able to do this because we partnered with Socio, and the end result was amazing. We had an exceptional experience with raving reviews, and we exceeded our winter revenue goals, which I was super stoked about.
That's amazing to hear. So NSA was actually one of the first organizations to do it through hybrid event in 2021. What made you decide to go that way, to go hybrid?
Yeah, great question. We felt the need to have an in-person offering, even though we knew it would be dramatically less attendees than our previous events. And we also needed a virtual element because a lot of people couldn't travel or they didn't feel comfortable or safe traveling. And we wanted to reach a wider audience. So that's why we chose the hybrid model. And we wanted to lead the industry and really show how to pull off a successful and safe event.
You're absolutely right. Hybrid events really open a lot of opportunities. Also, imagine there were a lot of considerations and challenges and unknown factors. What were some of the things that you needed to solve for?
Navigating the emotional factors was such a huge element. Some of the safety concerns around COVID and having on-site attendees, the precautions we were taking, and showing the virtual attendees some of those precautions we were taking. Yeah. So for future events, they could make an educated decision. Some of the precautions we did included assigned seating, dedicated mics for the various speakers that we had on stage, sanitization stations all throughout the hotel, daily temperature checks, all of that, and then learning how to actually produce a hybrid event. And two big things were, solving for technology and how to engage an in-person and a virtual audience at the same time. So for the engagement, we really coached our speakers and our MCs to do little things like speaking directly into the camera so the people at home felt like they were being addressed, and pulling comments and questions from the chat room, and then engaging our studio audience, which is what we called our in-person audience. And then for the technology, having a killer partner like Socio was really vital for us. And that proved not only with the ideas and the thoughts that they brought to the table, but they came on site and they were able to solve technical issues and answer questions that we just didn't have that capability or capacity to do. So having them on site was a huge peace of mind for us.
So Red, now that you have a couple of hybrid events under your belt, do you think hybrid events are here to stay? And do you plan on including them in your future events for NSA?
That's the million-dollar question. Yes, we believe hybrid events are here to stay. We actually took a poll back in May, and 68% of the respondents not only believe that hybrid events are valuable, but they also believe that those events are here to stay. And as far as our events, yes, we plan to keep hybrid as a part of our event mix-up, mainly for convenience and accessibility.
Awesome. Well, Red, thank you so much again for joining us today. It has been great diving into all things hybrid with you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, Yarkin. Thank you so much for having me.